Wilson with the Florida Broadcasting Group and Space Coast Daily. Thank you for giving us a few minutes today. Any surprises up to this point? A little over 1 week into camp.
Yes, you go into the idea with how you want to build your roster and the positions, right? So you went in thinking, okay, I got 50 spots. And so you allocate how many to each position. Well, there's a couple positions that the allocation doesn't work because it's a bunch of good players. And it kind of messes up the count on somewhere else. So, and on offensively, the tight end position, I can speak about the running back position, has been really, really surprising in a good way.
Hey, Coach, Darren from Wesh. I guess the joint practice would give you this, but I was going to ask about how difficult it is to kind of figure out where you are as you're trying to get closer to game time. But what'd you think with the joint practice? Were they ahead of where you thought they were, maybe behind? How'd it go?
Yes, you are absolutely right. The joint practice, that's why we're doing 2 more, because you get to see from a coach's perspective, are you doing the right thing? And the organization of your program. And did you pick relatively the right guys? And based on what we saw yesterday, as this was one team, I don't want to get too excited, but I felt pretty good leaving there.
Yeah, Coach Buckley, this is Alan from the Alan and Aaron Sports Talk Radio Show. Definitely wanted to get your insight and perspective of, now that you're a head coach, how has the adjustment been for you so far?
The adjustment for me, I've told this story before, it feels like kind of natural. When you go from a rookie to a second year, then you're a vet. I've been coaching, assistant coach for a long time, had different roles, recruiting coordinator, all these different roles. And it feels like naturally a uptick, I should say, and very, very exciting. And the XFL with the leadership and how they have this hub here has made the transition very easy.
Yes. And you mentioned about the running backs. You have some great quality running backs. Elaborate a little bit more on what you're seeing with them so far in practice.
Well, remember, the versatility. We got guys that they can throw it, they can run it. They're big enough to. They're bigger than I really thought. They can line up and play fullback. The versatility is what you need, is what I really like, and you really need in this league. And those guys are providing that. They are showing that, I should say.
Yeah. So
obviously it's early, but the hub probably still feels like camp because it is. But how does that seem to be going? How have the guys adjusted to that? How have you adjusted to it? Because it's got to be a little different.
It is different and also exciting. Just personally for me, I get a chance to walk up and down the stairs, and I could be in the weight room. I could be down in the meetings. I can be wherever I need to in the office in under a minute. Tell me where you have a job or you're doing that you can literally get dressed and be where you need to be completely in 5 minutes. And I can get to the players. I can call an emergency meeting. It is pretty nice. I think this is exciting to be able to do that, and with the hub and with everybody else. We have a Center X with guys get banged up. That's 5 minutes away, and all the trainers and the head people are there. We can get to whomever we need to in a 30-minute span.
Coach, they say a team takes on the characteristics of its coach. You're a defensive guy. When all said and done, do you expect the Guardians to be known as a defensive football team?
No. I expect us to be known as a first-class program winners that play smart, fast, and fearless on offense and defense. And I personally feel like my background is on the defensive side, but I've always taught the game from an offensive perspective, even on the defense. And so I always started with the offense, the quarterback, the receivers. That's who I studied. I've studied quarterbacks and receivers for over 30 years. So deep down, I feel like an offensive player that just happened to play defense. And I think the team sees that. I spent today probably 30 minutes with the quarterbacks.
Wow, that's a lot. And one of the things, Coach Buckley, that you say is fundamentals and effort always wins.
Yes.
Explain that a little bit, I guess, more to people who don't understand that principle.
And you can say alignment and assignment goes with that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have great alignment and your assignment is spot on, it equals a great performance. So fundamentals and effort after that wins. If you're fundamentally sound today, we spent 30 minutes each, offense, defense, on fundamentals, tackling, proper alignment, what's your assignment, movement. If this guy move, what are we going to? If they stack this guy, what are we going to? So if you understand what your assignment is and you line up properly, now give me the effort. That's fundamentals. To me, no different than what you guys do for a living. Understanding where the mic is at, what angle it looks, just like I just got coached on, pull that camera up, angle it this way, fundamentals. And I think that you can never go wrong with that, no matter what profession you're in.
Yeah. And with the players, what type of temperament are you getting, you think, as a coach from them as far as effort so far?
Great effort.
Mm-hmm.
The first practice, the effort was so great. We tagged those plays and we told them, you set the standard. This is what we expect 3 weeks from now. So when you say, you look on the tape and we're saying, what's the standard? Are you living up to that standard that you just showed the first day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Coach, you played at the highest level. You know talent when you see it. Have you seen some players on the field that you may not have said it out loud, but you said to yourself, that young man can play?
Absolutely. I tell you this, I feel like I have the best staff in sports, period. And that means you can evaluate talent. We talk about it. There are a few guys, and you guys are going to see them starting February 18th. And you're going to say, wow, why is he not doing this? Why did he get a chance? I've said that several times. I'm telling you, I'm excited about a bunch of players on this team.
So much so that you think, Coach Buckley, that somebody could be the next PJ Walker or something like that can get taken by the NFL or someplace else?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say when you got the best staff in sports and they have an eye for talent, and then we going to play smart, fast, and fearless and be fundamentally sound, and there's no negotiation and effort, you get a chance to bring out that talent. You showing patience and you're teaching. You don't have a choice. I tell the guys, we would not have a choice but to be successful and have a successful season because of what we're doing right now.
Coach, do you come into the season with a scheme in mind, whether it's offensively or defensively, that you know you're going to run, or do you tailor that scheme around your talent?
We came in with an ideal scheme that we want to run, but the bottom line is you got to have the players to do certain things. And if we cannot do it, we won't. We're going to tailor it to the players. Everybody have all these great ideas, and he's a guru offensive guy. He's a guru defensive guy. You hear that word all. We're going to do what best fits the scheme with the players and what we do. And that's what we're finding out right now. Can we do this? Can he handle this? If not, throw it out. But make sure we teach it, give them enough reps, teach it 100 different ways if you have to. When we know for sure that that's not working, we're going to move on to the next thing.
Now, as far as Coach Buckley, as far as playing time, I know with players, they put the effort in, they want the work. Then it comes to the point of them actually playing. When you being in that experience and that both sides of the fence, are you prepared where a player wants to play and they may not get that opportunity or may have to kind of cut back the opportunities?
Absolutely. You got to earn the right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I start on that day one. You're going to earn the right. You're going to tell me how much you should be playing, if at all,
Mm-hmm.
by what you do, what we started 2 weeks ago. That's easy. That's easy. I've dealt with that my whole life as a player and a coach. You're talking about what I started at 5. You're talking about over 40-some years of experience on that. That's easy. That's easy for me.
Yeah.
Coach, how long have your days been the last week or so?
All day.
All day.
All day. What they say, all day and all night. And I love every minute of it. You know, this is something I was telling the coaches. I am so excited and geeked about this opportunity. It seems like it's, you know how you say it's Groundhog Day, keep going. That's how exciting to me it is. And if you love to compete, you building a team, you building a player. This is new. I'm a head coach. You get to talk to guys. This is exciting. This is what life is about. Change, excitement, doing stuff that you dream about doing. So to me, it's all night and all day and love every minute of it.
Coach Buckley, how often do you get a chance? Because I could see the excitement in you. How often do you get a chance to interact with Danny Garcia, Dwayne Johnson, with the upper echelon of the ownership of the XFL?
Before we got in the camp, it was regularly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually coming down. I'll actually be in Orlando tomorrow, Wednesday, and I will be with the chairwoman, the owner, who lives in Orlando, doing some promotional stuff. So it's been quite often, more than you would think. How busy with their busy schedules, and they are some of the nicest people you ever meet. Yeah, I think it's unbelievable. I'm very blessed, and we are very lucky to have an ownership group like we have.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. That type of opportunity doesn't come along too often, so we're excited to see it and go to fruition. Sound like you're excited too.
Man, I'm beyond excited. If I can really put it into words to describe how I feel, I don't know if the dictionary has a word for it.
Anything else, guys? We good?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Man,
Thanks,
thank you guys.
Definitely.
Thank y'all for your patience. I can guarantee you one thing, that the time was worth it because we was out there putting in some work. And we trying to make sure that when you see us play, you're going to enjoy it. That I can guarantee you that you're going to be excited about what you see on the field.
Yeah, we're excited and wishing you a lot of luck. I'll see you on Wednesday at the press conference.
Well, let me say this, Alan.
Yeah.
I don't believe in luck, right? What we're going to do and how we're preparing, we're not going to have a choice but to be a first-class pro.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. You know, my son was disappointed I didn't get a chance to take him to a game because of COVID. So now I get a chance to make the wrong or right.
Do that, man. You buy a few more tickets to you can come on the sideline.
All right, you got it.
All right.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you.
bud.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
Appreciate you,
you.
Coach Buckley.
Okay. All right.
Have a blessed
Thank
day.
you.
All right,
You
guys.
too.
I'll send this recording out here in a bit.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, Andy.
Thank you.
Yep,
Thank
bye.
you.
See you.